Have you ever loved someone so much that you'd give up everything for them? I mean, your family, your friends, your entire past? Today, we're diving into a story about a woman named Clara who did just that. It's a tale of profound love, heartbreaking loss, and a desperate prayer to turn back time. So, grab your favorite drink, get comfortable, and let's explore Clara's incredible journey. Clara was a woman who seemed to have it all. A loving family, a tight-knit circle of friends, and a life filled with laughter and shared memories. Her world was a vibrant tapestry, woven with threads of tradition and community. She lived in a small town where everyone knew each other, and life moved at a gentle, predictable pace. Clara cherished this life. It was her anchor, her safe harbor. Then, one sunny afternoon, everything changed. A traveling artist named Leo came to town. He was charismatic, with eyes that held the depth of the ocean and a spirit as free as the wind. Leo saw the world in colors and shapes Clara had never imagined. He spoke of distant lands, of adventures under starry skies, and of a love that defied all boundaries. For Clara, meeting Leo was like seeing the sun for the very first time. Their connection was immediate and electric. They spent every waking moment together, exploring the woods, talking for hours, and falling deeper and deeper in love. Leo painted portraits of Clara, capturing not just her likeness, but her very soul. And Clara, in turn, felt seen and understood in a way she never had before. He was her great love. The missing piece of her heart she didn't even know was gone. But this whirlwind romance came with a heavy price. Leo was a wanderer, and his path was always moving forward, never staying in one place for long. When he asked Clara to join him, she was faced with an impossible choice: the stable, familiar world she had always known, or a life of uncertainty and adventure with the man she adored. Her family was vehemently against it. They saw Leo as a fleeting storm who would eventually leave Clara broken and alone. Her friends pleaded with her to stay, reminding her of all the roots she had in their town. They couldn't understand why she would trade a lifetime of security for a future with no guarantees. The arguments were fierce, the tears were many, and slowly the threads of her old life began to unravel. Driven by a love that felt bigger than anything else, Clara made her choice. She packed a small bag, said a tearful goodbye to the life she once knew, and left with Leo in the dead of night. Her heart ached for the family she was leaving behind, but her love for Leo propelled her forward. She believed their love was strong enough to build a new world for themselves, a world where they were all that mattered. For a time, it was. Their life on the road was a beautiful chaos. They traveled from city to city, living on Leo's art and their shared dreams. They saw mountains that touched the sky and oceans that stretched into infinity. Clara learned to live with less, to find joy in the simple moments, and to rely solely on Leo. He was her home, her family, her everything. But the ghost of her past was a constant, silent companion. She would often find herself staring at the stars, wondering what her family was doing. Were they thinking of her? Did they miss her? She tried to call a few times, but the conversations were strained and painful. The chasm between her new life and her old one had grown too wide to cross. Her family felt she had abandoned them, and their hurt was a wall she couldn't seem to break down. Years went by. The initial thrill of adventure slowly faded, replaced by a quiet longing. Leo's free spirit, once so captivating, now sometimes felt like instability. While he was always kind and loving to her, his inability to put down roots meant they were always drifting. Clara started to crave the very things she had run away from: a sense of belonging, a community, the comforting embrace of family. She saw other couples with their families, celebrating holidays, sharing milestones. A deep ache settled in her heart. She had Leo, her great love, but she had lost every other connection to her past. She was a ship without an anchor, floating in the vast ocean of her choices. The memories of her childhood, of Christmases with her parents and summer evenings with her friends, became bittersweet phantoms that haunted her quiet moments. One cold winter evening, sitting alone in their small apartment, while Leo was out trying to sell a painting, the weight of her sacrifice became unbearable. She looked at the life she had, a life built on her love for one person, and realized how much she had given up. She had traded a whole universe of relationships for a single star, and now she felt the crushing loneliness of that choice. In her despair, she knelt by her window, tears streaming down her face. She looked up at the darkened sky and whispered a prayer. It wasn't a prayer for strength or for guidance. It was a desperate, heartbreaking plea. She prayed to God, to Jesus, to anyone who might be listening. She asked for an impossible miracle. "Please," she sobbed, her voice cracking, "undo it. Undo the day I met him. Take me back. Give me back my family, my friends, my life. I love him. I love him so much, but this loneliness is too much to bear. I'd rather have never known this great love than to have lost my entire past." In that moment, she was willing to erase the most beautiful love she had ever known, just to feel the warmth of her mother's hug again, to hear her father's laughter, to sit with her friends and feel like she belonged. She was asking to trade her great love story for a chance to go home. This story makes us ask some really tough questions. Is any love worth sacrificing everything else? Can one person ever truly be enough to replace a lifetime of connections? Clara's prayer is a powerful reminder of the human need for community, for roots, and for the multiple loves that shape our lives, the love of family, of friends, and of a place we call home. What do you think? If you were Clara, what would you have done? Would you have chosen love and adventure, or family and security? It's a choice with no easy answer, and Clara's story shows us the profound consequences of walking such a difficult path. Her desperate prayer to undo her own love story is a poignant testament to the fact that sometimes even the greatest love can leave us feeling utterly alone. Thank you so much for joining me on this emotional journey today. If Clara's story resonated with you, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I love reading your perspectives. And if you enjoy deep, thought-provoking stories like this one, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.